Listening is the most important skill I've developed over my lifetime.
This doesn't mean passively hearing what someone has to say, but actively understanding the meaning of what they are saying. I've learned that by listening in this way, my mind is growing. This results in me being able to formulate opinions and develop an appreciation for differences in other people's viewpoints. Some may think I'm a great listener because I have 3 sisters who control each and every conversation in our family. Though having 3 talkative sisters may have developed my ability to listen, this skill started to form as a young kid attending preschool with Miss Sue. I instantly connected to Miss Sue. She had a classroom filled with countless ideas, songs from all nationalities, prayers in different languages, games and toys that she would literally order from different parts of the world, field trips to hear African drummers and watch Indian belly dancers. All these interesting sounds and stories began to form how I was becoming a listener. As a young 4-year-old boy, Miss Sue taught me the importance and the value of listening. By listening to all the wonderful things that went on in her classroom each day, I learned and grew. I appreciated things I never knew before. Listening made me become alive inside. Now, as an 18-year-old young man, I have many strong opinions and ideas that I want to be heard. However, more importantly than having these opinions and ideas is realizing that my wonderful opinions and ideas came from listening along the way. One of the most important lessons that developed my ability to listen happened in Miss Sue's room zoo when we learned about a young girl named Ruby Nell Bridges. Ruby was only 6 years old when she was the first African American child to desegregate the all-white William Frantz Elementary School in Louisiana during the New Orleans school desegregation crisis in 1960. Ruby would enter school each day of her kindergarten year as people lined up shouting at her and throwing rocks at her. Although escorted into school by the federal marshal, people attacked her each day. Miss Sue shared with us that Ruby was silent on her entrance to school. She listened to the crowds and heard every word they yelled at her. By listening as she took each step, Ruby gained the most unbelievable strength. Instead of talking back, the young child would stop at the doorstep and look at the crowd. Miss Sue would speak in a real quiet voice when she would tell us this part of the story and say to us, Ruby looked at the people yelling. She gazed into their eyes, and she stopped and prayed for them. This story was my introduction to becoming a listener. I wanted to be like Ruby. I wanted to have compassion and an inner strength to listen and learn. I will forever be grateful to my preschool teacher, Miss Sue, for showing me the value of listening.